Hello everybody. Trump has completed his first year in the office. What happened to immigration laws in the first year of Trump administration? Was it the new laws? Was it mass deportations? Was it total shutdowns? The real answer might surprise you. Most of these changes did not come from Congress at all. Hi everyone, my name is Remzi Kulen. I'm an immigration attorney with over 20 years of experience helping individuals, families, and businesses navigate the US immigration system. Over the past year, immigration policy shifted in ways that affected workers, families, students, asylum seekers, investors, and employers, often without any law being passed. In this video, I'll explain what actually changed, how enforcement replaced legislation, who felt the impact the most, and what this means going forward. Let's talk about the big news. No new laws, but a new immigration reality. Let's start with a key fact. During the Trump's first year, Congress did not pass major immigration reform. Instead, immigration changed through executive orders, agency policy memos, enforcement priorities, aggressive reinterpretation of existing laws. So while the status stayed the same, how immigration law was applied changed dramatically. During this period, enforcement became the core immigration policy. The most significant shift was the expansion of interior enforcement. ICE enforcement moved far beyond the border. More arrests inside the US, more notices to appear in front of the court is issued, transferring cases from USCIS to the immigration court. Even people with pending or approved applications were placed into removal proceedings. Here is the most important takeaway. An approved petition does not protect you from enforcement. For example, if you have an approved I-130 on a family-based application, if you have violated your status, you may be still subject to removal. To stay safe, individuals had to maintain lawful status at all times, avoid any criminal issues, demonstrate good moral and character, and understand that even old issues can resurface. A single arrest, even without a conviction, could change everything. Another important observation is executive power was used aggressively and immediately. This is a defining feature of this administration, aggressive use of executive authority. The administration relied on existing presidential powers to control entry into the United States, expand enforcement priorities, restrict or reinterpret discretionary programs. We saw executive action affecting travel and entry restrictions, humanitarian protections, even constitutional issues like birthright citizenship. Many of these actions were challenged in court, but the key point is this. Executive actions affect people immediately, court decisions come later. Clients felt the consequences long before any final rulings. How about employment-based immigration? It faced heavy scrutiny. Employment visas remained available but became much harder in practice. During the year, H-1B and L-1B cases received far more requests for evidence. New stricter standards were applied to H-1B filings, and new H-1B regulations introduced a $100,000 supplemental filing fee that applies to new H-1B petitions filed for workers outside the US who must obtain the visa through the consular processing. The fee is paid by the employer and is intended to discourage mass overseas recruitment by significantly increasing the cost of sponsorship. This fee does not apply to current H-1B workers already in the US, extensions or amendments of existing H-1B status, or change of status applications such as F1 status to H-1B status filed from within the US. In addition, the H-1B cap selection process shifted away from a purely random lottery to a weighted salary-based system. Under this approach, H-1B registrations offering higher wages receive greater priority in the selection process, with positions at the top of the prevailing wage scale having increased chances of being selected. The goal of the system is to prioritize higher paid, highly skilled positions and reduce the use of the H-1B program for lower wage or entry-level roles. During this administration, site visits and post-approval inspections increased for employment-based applications. Employment-based green cards were also impacted. Perm and I-140 processing slowed significantly. Travel bans limited immigrant visa issuance for certain countries. Applicants were required to process visas only in their country of residence. Recruitment and financial documentation faced closer review. Even the diversity visa program was affected. DV lottery registrations did not open for the DV 2027 season yet. Issuance of diversity visas were stopped. How about family-based immigration? That kind of immigration lost predictability. Family immigration remained legal, but it became far less predictable. We saw marriage-based cases almost always required interviews. At the same time, many well-prepared marriage cases were processed faster, and in some cases, we received decisions in a very short period of time. There were increased requests for financial evidence, and there was a renewed focus on the new public charge rules with stricter financial scrutiny. At the US consulates, administrative processing became routine. Many applicants were forced to process visas in their home country. And a critical reminder for families, an approved I-130 does not grant status or protect against removal. This misunderstanding caused serious consequences for many people. Asylum and humanitarian immigration were tightened. Humanitarian immigration changed significantly, especially asylum. During Trump's first year, asylum cases faced longer processing times. Credibility standards were applied more strictly. Backlogs increased dramatically, and referrals from USCIS to immigration court increased. How about temporary protected status, or TPS? It also became more uncertain. TPS designations were re-evaluated, renewals became less predictable, humanitarian parole was applied more narrowly and scrutinized closely. The message was clear. Humanitarian protection depends on executive discretion, and discretion can change quickly. Students and universities faced increased compliance pressure. As a result of these policies, the number of international students in the US began to decline. We saw more detailed visa interviews, elimination of interview waivers for visa extensions, increased delays due to backlog checks, and stronger enforcement of CVIS reporting requirements. Universities were required to maintain perfect reporting accuracy, faster updates, stronger internal compliance systems. Student immigration became less flexible and more compliance-driven, even as international students continued to play a major role in US education. Also, immigration became massively data-driven. The 55 million visa vetting policy is one of the most important and least understood changes, and it's a large-scale expanded vetting. This was not limited to certain cases. The administration implemented a policy framework that subjected up to 55 million people to enhanced vetting across the immigration system. This included visa holders, green card holders, extension and renewal applicants, naturalization applicants, individuals with old or previously resolved issues. Agencies systematically re-reviewed immigration records going back decades, criminal records including sealed or dismissed cases, travel history, tax and employment records, prior statements made to any government agency. As a result, visas were revoked, lawful status was revoked, all cases were reopened, long-term residents suddenly faced immigration consequences. This was not about new violations, it was about re-examining the past under new enforcement priorities. Naturalization applications, especially N-400 cases, were heavily affected. Good moral character became a central focus, and applicants were subjected to extensive investigations. So the big lesson from Trump's first year, what really changed? Immigration became an enforcement-first system. Executive power outweighed legislation. Predictability decreased, compliance became essential. Immigration issues began affecting every area of law. Corporate deals, criminal cases, family law, education, healthcare, immigration now touches everything. The biggest mistake people make is thinking nothing changed because no law changed. In reality, how immigration law is applied matters just as much as what the law says. Trump's first year showed one thing clearly. Immigration is no longer a one-time process. It is continuous, data-driven, and unforgiving. I also want to say a few things about the people who think that everything has changed under Trump. I don't think that is true. Although there were no significant legal changes, the interpretation of the law changed dramatically, and we all know that. However, it is important to note that the immigration system still works. We still file applications. We still get approvals. As long as your marriage is real, you're going to get the green card. As long as you need a qualified candidate for your business, there is always a way to get that person work for your business. Maybe things will get a little longer, maybe applications will be challenged, but those applications will still be approved. So this is the time of strategic immigration to the United States. We now advise clients to have a plan A and also a plan B, and sometimes even a plan C to be able to successful with immigration applications. The time where you had no plans and you would just come to the United States and try to stay here has long passed. I think you need a very experienced lawyer to be able to guide you in your immigration path. And experience, being able to predict what's going to happen and being able to prepare a plan B and plan C has become more important. As you know, in the DV lottery selection process, I made a video and I said, we will give our followers Amazon's gift checks and consultations with me. I know that the DV lottery selection process has not started yet, but we want to keep our promise and announce the winners in our giveaway. Amazon $50 gift check winners. And these are the winners of free consultation with me. Please reach out to us by email or reaching out to us via Instagram, DM, and we will give you your gifts. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. See you at the next video.